I'm recording this after the fact, so if you only want to watch 30 seconds of this video, if you have a heater that's behaving erratically and intermittently not starting, or starting, heating for a while, and then blowing cold air, the not starting is the thermocouple. This is the old one. You can see that there's carbon deposits on it. The temporary fix is to lightly sand it, which I did last year. That temporary solution is now over. You can hear that the burners, or see that the burners just turned off, which means it's reached temperature. Now if it just continues to blow cold air for more than 5 minutes, I'd say, that means it's the high limit switch. You can take your model number, do a search, and find out what high limit switch. You can look at it or take it out, as I have done here, and order it on Amazon Prime for about $22.50 or something. You could also just look at the numbers on it. The thermocouple does not have numbers on it. I don't know if this is an aftermarket, but it's been in there for a long time. And I'm guessing this thing is over 20 years old, which is a long time. So that's really it in a nutshell. Just replace both. $40-something. Don't worry about it. Here's a practical guide to furnace maintenance. Hopefully you'll address this before it becomes a problem, but in the hope it might help somebody else. We have a combination of problems here, and I'm going to sort of take a prophylactic resolution to this. Two problems. One, it stops and starts blowing cold air, which is an indicator that it's the high limit switch, which is this part right here. It's going to be different on every furnace, but on this furnace, this is the high limit switch. When it gets to a certain temperature, it tells the burner to turn off, and it starts blowing cold air. Now, that's typical of a cycle. It will do that, but what happens is it tries to turn back on. You can see the igniters start glowing. It blows flames for a second, and then the flames come off, and it continues to do that after a while. That's a second problem. That is the thermocouple right here, which produces a small current telling the valve to produce gas, so it keeps burning. So if it doesn't sense that there's a flame, it says, oh boy, we better not be pumping gas in here because it's dangerous. So now we have two problems going on. I anticipated this issue, so I've ordered a thermocouple on Amazon Prime for about $22.68 and a high limit switch. If you're experiencing problems like this, chances are, if it's just not coming on, it's the thermocouple. If it's coming on and then stopping and blowing cold air, it's the high limit switch. We have a combination of problems. I'm going to replace both of them. Some carbon deposits. A kind of a temporary fix, if you're in a bind, which I did last year, is to lightly sand and clean this whole thing. All right, both parts are in. I'm going to try it. Alright, already we know that the thermocouple's working because obviously the burners are running.